Hey you guys! I've always wanted to say that at the beginning of one of these. Hey you guys! I'm making always say it, it's impossible not to. I'm making a quick blog video. It might not be quick, but I've been toying with the idea of making this one for a few days. Because it's a little bit different maybe to the other ones that I've made. But I was just kind of taking stock of everything in the last few weeks. Things are changing and have been changing kind of big time in the last few days, weeks. And the reason I was a bit hesitant about making this one is that I wanted to kind of just explain to everybody. Not everybody is on my Facebook. I have a very select few number of people that can see it. But the reason I'm posting it is not, I don't want to cause offense or anything like that. That's not the reason. And I'm certainly not glorifying anything, if not the opposite. And that's another reason I'd want to put up what I'm going to put up. Is just to show and to, I don't know, just to let it be out there of how big a deal an eating disorder can be, and how serious it can be, and how quickly things can change, and drastically, and not for the good. But I never kind of, all through the years, I never kind of took pictures of myself or looked at myself in the mirror. Never. I did at the beginning, and it was important to me, but then after that, you stop caring about everything, other than just the main mission is to not eat, or eat as little as possible in the beginning, and then for me it was literally not eat. I would, yeah. And just last year I do remember things, and I remember how it was, but it's a very hazy recollection, a very screwed up recollection. I was out of my mind in a lot of ways, from malnourishment mostly, and then that just takes everything else down with it, I guess. And I had got to the point where I hadn't even, well, I did realize what I was doing. I knew exactly what I was doing. I thought I was in complete control of what I was doing, and that it was what I wanted. And I think that was just as well because things had got so shit that to me there was no way out, and I gave up a long time ago into it. And getting as sick as I was last year, I didn't even see it. I just didn't care, even at that stage. I didn't choose to go to hospital. It literally was just necessary at the time. It was, things were put in motion for that to happen. It wasn't me skippity-doo-dah all the way into recovery going yay. It was the opposite. It was literally my body had given up. I wasn't eating for 3 days at a time. When I did, I would eat some fruit, that was it. And yeah, I had got to the stage where I couldn't even drink water. Believe it or not, I wouldn't let myself gulp something like that. That was gluttony, water. was gluttony to me. So when I went to the hospital, I had to relearn how to let myself eat things because I had just stopped swallowing food. And I got my hand on my hands, my grubby hands, big hands. I got my hands on some photographs. Ian sent them to me. Like I said, I don't really have any pictures of myself, and my mum was saying to me how bad I was last year, and I was saying no, I wasn't that bad. And I'd never seen pictures of myself, and so I have a few anyway that I've gathered together from different hard drives. There's a few sneaky ones that Ian took of me, which I didn't realize. And there's a couple that I did take myself, I remember. So I've made a little slideshow of them on the computer, and yeah, I don't want to, like I said, I'm not glorifying anything or promoting anything to do with an ED, because that is not my intention, and it never should be for anybody who puts stuff up on the internet. My only hope is that it raises awareness or anything like that. And as I said again, because my Facebook is kind of like my blog, it's kind of put up on my timeline because it's then and now as well. So I'm just gonna pause this here and save this video because I'm gonna run out of disk space. So that's the intro anyway, and then I'll pause and get back to you in a second. Back again. File transferring back and forth. Anyway, right. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you over yonder. We do a spin. No, makes me feel sick. Anyway, terrible exposure. Oh, that's even worse. Here we go. Ooh, that'll do. Yeah. So anyway, here's the pictures that I have that I was telling you about, and a brief history of time. And yeah, like I said, I know I've been open about things, but I don't know if everybody knows kind of the whole story. Even I don't. And like I said before, these pictures are pretty shocking. So just bear that in mind if you don't want to look any further. But at least I know now that they're shocking. And yeah, anyway, I'll get on with it. Like I said, I'm a bit nervous about this one, and I don't know if I'll post it even. I'm in two minds. If it's weird and all the rest of it, I'll take it down. But anyway, here we go. This one, first one is myself and Ian. And yeah, this was a good while ago. I'm trying to remember what year that was. Anyway, at that stage I was working out like a lunatic, and but that's myself and Ian making a very important deal. Not. But I was feeling good about myself back in them days. I'd started exercising, obviously. But I was healthy and eating and all the rest of it. And that's kind of what I want to outline with this, I guess, is how quickly things can just snowball. There's myself and EJ. And again, I was eating very little at that stage. And this is myself and Robin. And this was the only time I ever picked Robin up. It was the first and the last time, because I didn't have the strength to do it. And that day, actually, I fell over with her. and I totally freaked out, and she was fine, thank God, but yeah, needless to say, I just couldn't bring myself to go there again, and physically couldn't. But now turning a negative, putting a positive on a negative, I now pick her up all the time, and Charlie too, and they jump on me as well. But I'm getting my strength back slowly but surely. So yeah, and I have all my own teeth in that as well, which is another consequence of everything. Is losing all my teeth because of it. And that's when I started to get thinner and thinner again. And that one, I don't know, I was thin. Yeah, you can see it in my face there, definitely. Starting to look sick and unhealthy. Then, yeah, I progressively started to disappear, really. That's what 350 sit-ups a day will get you. 350, and that is not a good thing. What you're looking at is not a good thing, because that is the result of not eating and exercising at the same time. Like I've probably said before, fruits and vegetables for 10 years, and that's it. I wouldn't eat anything else, and I still exercised like that. And I didn't have the energy levels to do it at all, but yet I couldn't let myself eat if I didn't exercise, and it just becomes your day and your life, and you're counting, and you're just totally obsessed. And every target is another target, and that's myself and Anita. But it's lovely to see her again, but I remember at that stage I couldn't leave the house to see my friends. I didn't have the energy. Now this one, I look like I have no head. I assure you I did, but Ian took it of me when I was stretching. But again, yeah, these are pretty telling and pretty shocking pictures, all right. And that's what happens while still exercising and not eating anything at all. Like I said, you just start to disappear, but not just your body, all of you. I just wasn't the same person. I wasn't capable of being the same person. So it always kind of looked like I was enjoying it, but I can assure you that the opposite was true. And this is me last year with Ian, pulling ridiculous faces again. But yeah, this time last year was not good at all. And these are pretty strong pictures coming up. It's just to show how terrible this disease can be, and how bad, how quickly it can get. And my face in that one is that just sums up everything. That was my face most of the time, just pain and worry. Can't even quite describe back then. It was just and that's where we're aiming for again. But yeah, that's just to show it's pretty heavy shit, man. But like I said before, exposure. you go. I'm not back there like I was, thank God, and thank many, many people, a couple in particular, um, who just wouldn't be here without them. And I know you hear people say that in movies and shit, but I wouldn't be. It's a fact. And I am so lucky and I am so thankful every day. Impatient at times and frustrated, thinking I can run before I can walk, but there's a lot of damage that was done that needs to be repaired, and it's an ongoing process, and every day get a little bit better, and I'm more positive than I've ever been about things. I'm never going back there. Nobody should ever live like that. And I wish that nobody did, but unfortunately they do, and it's far too common a thing, and it's bloody hard to come back from. And I can't even stress enough how much one of the lucky ones that I am, because there's many people in the same position that I was that didn't or won't. So yeah, I just wanted to end by saying that it is a positive thing. The positive reason I wanted to put it up and see that it is possible to change. Little steps, it's difficult, but it's possible to do, and more work to be done, and life to be lived. And Sinead, and I wanted to thank all of you for all of your comments and your messages along the journey as well. You've all been nothing but helpful to me, and yeah, may the journey continue. Live long and prosper. Nanu nanu. Yeah, there you go.